Globalization and social cultural shifts have demanded that women break from traditional feminine roles to complement current workforce demands. Representing approximately 51% of college graduates and 47% of U.S. employees, women and the talent they represent have changed the dynamics of today's workforce. With an emergence and competition for talent, modern-day organizations put themselves at risk when they fail to implement strategies that maintain employee career development and job satisfaction initiatives. Such oversight develops into organizational environments with unsatisfied employees poised at the first opportunity to leave for perceived improved conditions. These human capital losses create performance gaps and challenges for organizations to accomplish goals, develop strategic plans, solve complex problems, and adapt to global demands. This dissertation proposal is an in-depth analysis of the U.S. Navy's organizational efforts to improve career opportunities for women through the focal lens of their retention and talent development initiatives. It is implied, but not assumed, that these initiatives for women are directly aligned and parallel with opportunities to assume senior leadership positions. This study, therefore, is being conducted to identify, measure, and analyze potential performance gaps existing between the Navy's desired outcomes for women of their workforce and the actual results of their efforts and initiatives. In 2015, the U.S. Navy implemented initiatives that addressed its talent management and retention goals. A key focus of this initiative was to establish an environment and culture capable of competing and retaining America's top talent. Through several doctrines such as the Talent Management Initiative, the Innovation Vision Plan, the Global Transformation Plan, the Leadership Development Strategy, the Sailor 2025 Plan, and the Chief of Naval Operations Sailing Directions, the U.S. Navy directed its efforts towards attracting, developing, and retaining employees to create a diverse force capable of addressing current and future national security challenges. A significant part of this initiative focused on improving diversity through specific plans, policies, and doctrines developed to specifically address the career advancement and leadership opportunities for women. The Navy's performance effort analyzed in this study is a goal established in fiscal year 2016 to maintain or improve the retention of active duty female enlisted serving in their initial term of service at or below the current 37.43%. As such, the stakeholder group of interest for this study are enlisted women who have completed their first term of contract and, despite their success, are preparing to leave the Navy. This group also represents the largest percentage of the Navy's female workforce, in addition to representing the lowest retention rate of other women subpopulations serving in the U.S. Navy. Examining the degree to which the U.S. Navy is achieving its goal of maintaining or increasing the retention of high-quality and talented enlisted women, this analysis focuses on research questions that guide the research efforts towards identifying the knowledge and motivation driving the decision of these women to end their career despite the Navy's initiatives to retain them. The Clark and Estes KMO framework is the model chosen to guide this research effort. It is an analytical framework that creates a systematic process for identifying performance gaps between the organization's desired goals and the actual results of their efforts. With identified performance gaps, the framework next analyzes the knowledge, motivation, and organizational assumed influences of stakeholders to gain a better understanding of how each assumed influence impacted the organization's performance problem. The knowledge influence provides an understanding of what information is needed to accomplish the organization's goal through the lens of factual, conceptual, procedural, or metacognitive knowledge. The motivational influence provides an understanding of what encourages actions and the exertion of the effort by examining active choice, persistence, and mental effort required to perform a task. And the organizational influence provides an explanation of impact that the culture, environment, values, processes, and material have on the employee's effort. Taking a look at the conceptual framework for this study, I have designed the interaction between the knowledge, and motivational influences of enlisted women and the cultural models and settings of the Navy to show how they correlate and interact to accomplish the Navy's goals of maintaining or increasing the retention rate of first-term enlisted women above 38%. More specifically, the factual knowledge will analyze whether enlisted women understand the Navy's policies that support them serving a career. The metacognitive knowledge will analyze the perceptions and awareness of their own talents and abilities in their work environments, as well as their understanding of engagement processes that facilitate their ability to produce desired results. The motivational influences of enlisted women will analyze the perceptions and beliefs they have of their attributions, self-efficacy, and values to determine how they influence their behaviors and decisions. The organizational influences will analyze the models and settings that the Navy has instituted through explicit or implicit policies to encourage employee engagement, trust, as well as employee work identity. This traditional qualitative study focuses on one primary data collection method to understand the social phenomenon surrounding the meaning, context, and processes that influence enlisted women to leave the U.S. Navy at the completion of their first contract term. The method chosen for collection and analysis of data to be used in answering the research questions are interview protocols. Seeking a small sample group of approximately 5 to 10 participants, a person-to-person, semi-structured interview protocol will be used to provide the framework for purposeful conversations that help capture, interpret, and understand any organizational problems of practice from the unique perspective of enlisted women. Any opportunity to gain access to documents such as organizational charts, policies, awards, personnel evaluations, and training and development programs would benefit this study by increasing the credibility and trustworthiness of the data analysis, and therefore will be explored and probed for. Women in the United States possess nearly 51% of all bachelor's degrees, 42% of all doctoral degrees, and make up 47% of the entire workforce. Considering this wealth of talent, organizations cannot ignore the significant impact that women are now contributing to the American workforce. However, hiring women is simply not enough. Any lack of effort to sustain, develop, and retain women while simultaneously creating a safe, healthy, and fair environment for them to develop and exercise their talents will likely lead to a significant organizational gap. This is particularly significant for any organization like the U.S. Navy with rich traditions and processes that require considerable time, like the development of senior leaders. The time to identify, address, and correct any problem related to the retention of women in the United States Navy is now, especially since today's actions may take decades before their effects develop and take shape.